Mining is a process that Bitcoin and several other cryptocurrencies use to generate new coins and verify new transactions. It involves fast, decentralized networks of computers around the world that verify and secure blockchains. In return for contributing their processing power, computers on the network are awarded with new coins. It's a virtuous circle. The miners maintain and secure the blockchain awards the coins provide an incentive for the miners to maintain the blockchain. There are three primary ways of obtaining Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. You can buy them on an exchange like Coinbase, receive them as a payment for goods or services, or virtually mine them. Using Bitcoin as an example, a decade ago, anyone with a decent home computer could participate. But as the blockchain has grown, the computer power required to maintain it has increased. In 2019, it required 12 trillion times more computing power to mine one Bitcoin than it did when the first blocks were mined in 2009. As a result, amateur Bitcoin mining is unlikely to be profitable for hobbyists these days. Virtually all mining is now done by specialized companies or groups of people who band their resources together. But it's still good to know how it works. Beyond releasing new coins into the circulation, mining is central to Bitcoin's security. It verifies and secures the blockchain, which allows cryptocurrencies to function as a peer-to-peer decentralized network without any need for oversights from a third party. And it creates incentives for miners to contribute their computing power to the network. Now I will explain proof of work. Bitcoin is underpinned by a distributed ledger known as a blockchain. This ledger contains a record of all Bitcoin transactions arranged in sequential blocks so that no user is allowed to spend any of their holdings twice. In order to prevent tampering, the ledger is public or distributed. An altered version would quickly be rejected by other users. That way that users detect tampering in practice is through hashes, long strings of numbers that serve as proof of work. Put a given set of data through a hash function. Bitcoin uses SHA-256 and will only ever generate one hash due to the avalanche effect. However, even a tiny change to any portion of the original data will result in totally unrecognizable hash. Whatever the size of the original dataset, the hash generated by a given function will be the same length. The hash is a one-way function. It cannot be used to obtain the original data, only to check that the data that has generated from the hash matches the original data. Generating just any hash for a set of Bitcoin transactions would be trivial for a modern computer. So, in order to turn the process into work, the Bitcoin network sets a certain level of difficulty. This setting is adjusted so that a new block is mined. So that takes approximately every 10 minutes. It generates a new block. Setting the difficulty is accomplished by establishing a target for the hash. The lower the target, the smaller the set of valid hashes, and the harder it is to generate one. In practice, this means a hash that starts with a very long string of zeros. Proof of stake is a method now I will explain the proof of stake. It is a method associated with minting cryptocurrencies coins. It is a blockchain consensus mechanism used to validate cryptocurrency transaction. It is done through staking, which refers to owner pledging pre-existing coins to validate transactions. The coins are locked up while the owner stakes them and can be unstaked for trading. A random selection of stakeholders is made to verify the transactions on the blockchain, such that the more coins an individual stakes, the better their odds of being selected is. The most famous proof of stake cryptocurrency is Ethereum network, and its native token Ether. The minting process of crypto involves recording and validating transactions to be added as new blocks on a blockchain network. Blockchains operate through distributed ledgers, which enable users to leverage these networks to record and validate the authenticity of on-chain transactions through the proof of stake protocol. To mint cryptocurrency on an existing blockchain does not require extensive knowledge of code, technical knowledge, nor expensive a computer. Hardware. One simply needs to stake the required amount of tokens and hope that they get selected on the Ethereum network. For example, a prospective validator needs to only pledge 32 Ethereum in order to be considered for a chance to mint. If you don't have enough of the coins to pledge, many providers will lend you the cryptocurrency you require in return for stable coins or order collateral. Some sophisticated players may even stake and borrow, which coin holders to borrow assets, usually stablecoins like USDC, while pledging their stake tokens such as Ethereum as collateral. In some cryptocurrencies, your chances of being selected to mint increase with the amount of coins that you have, so you can also delegate your tokens to a larger group of validators in the hopes of being chosen, such as the Solana network.